I'm Brian Way, and I want to talk about hot glue guns for a minute. I use them on a regular basis. We do a lot of templating of countertops, stair treads, any miscellaneous panel parts. We use them for everything. One thing that we're struggling with working on commercial job sites is we're doing templating before there's actual power on the jobs. So I was searching for a cordless hot glue gun, and I wasn't having a lot of luck finding one, especially one of a higher quality grade that would equal a 3M gun or something like that. But what I did find was a handful of more inexpensive guns. Black & Decker has one, Ryobi has one, and those of you who know me know that I don't own any Ryobi tools. I purchased this, and this is I think it might be my first Ryobi tool. So I went in with a little bit of a negative attitude. So I want to share with you my findings on this Ryobi P305 cordless hot glue gun that runs on their 18-volt batteries. So the packaging claims that this thing will last for 3.5 hours on a single battery charge. I wasn't going to spend $100 on a Ryobi battery, seeing as how I don't have any other tools for it. So I did spend the $100 on 2 of the batteries. I always like to have one on charge. If I buy the one larger battery that lasts longer, when it's up, it's up. I don't have another battery to replace it. So I bought the 2-pack for $100 and figured while one is on charge, I could use the other one. So when I'm templating, I tend to pre-cut everything that I need, get it set up, and then go to take the hot glue gun and glue it all together. On average, it probably takes 10 minutes to glue up each template. But what I found with this gun is I turn it on, it takes about 5 minutes. You're going to want to wait 5 minutes to heat it up substantially. You can push glue out in a few minutes, but you really need it to hit 5 minutes to get optimum heat out of it to get to be able to push the glue out for what you're going to need for templating. So what I found with this battery is that I could get 2 15-minute segments of runtime with it cooling off, mostly cooling off in between. So I'd let it heat up for 5 minutes, I'd use it for 10 to 15 minutes, shut it down, maybe turn it back on about 15-20 minutes later, do another template, and it would exhaust the battery at that point. So basically I'm going to say that's 20 to 25 minutes of usage of pumping glue through this thing heavily. So you basically have 3 types of glue. The Ryobi takes this glue, which is, this is the Stanley dual melt glue. In my 3M gun, I use their adhesive. It's a little heavier duty. It's actually slightly larger diameter, and it won't work in the Ryobi unless I really push it through, and I've been afraid that it would get stuck, so I haven't used it. And then we have a production gun that can be used in the shop or for production templating, and that's this ribbed type of adhesive, and that goes through a 3M gun also. So what I did was I took there's about 2.5 inches of glue on the end of this 3/4 inch piece of poplar holding up this 42-inch piece of 2x4. So I glued this about half an hour ago, and I wanted to see how strong it would be. So and I didn't clean anything, I didn't sand anything. As you can see, it's overstained. So I really wanted to do a test. It's pretty strong. So the adhesive is melting properly, bonding properly, and is doing a great job. So for a hobbyist, this thing is really nice. You know, you're using a little bit at a time, it's not a big deal, but when you're doing templating, we're squirting out blob after blob after blob, and that's where I really notice the difference between this gun and the electric gun is that after the second blob, this will slow down, it cools off a little bit, it'll recover, but you have to go a little slower. You don't have the liberty to just keep pumping this thing and have it pushing the glue through, because it is battery operated and it is going to cool off a little bit. A great feature about this gun is it's balanced well, it's weighted well with the battery on here. It stands up, which is, I really like that. Even though this had a base at one point, I lost it a long time ago, it never really stood up. This does leak. This might have some type of check valve going on in here, because the glue doesn't appear to leak out of the nozzle. I think it's a well-made nozzle, and it holds it. It doesn't leak all over the surface. But I really like the ability to grab this and put it down when I'm not using it. So if we run the 3M with the Ryobi, right here you can see I'm really starting to lose it. It's getting harder down on the bottom. We'll keep going. They're actually both cooling off. As you can see, there's less coming out on both guns. Let's make another run. The triggers are definitely getting harder on both of them. I think they're running pretty equal. I'm actually pretty surprised. More glue is coming out of the electric gun, but I would have expected a bigger difference. Also, I have more leverage with this one. I have 2 fingers, I have 4 fingers, and I'm getting almost equal amounts of glue. It's not bad. It's quite impressive. So I'm down to 1 dot on the battery, which is why you really need to have a backup battery for this. I give credit where credit is due. I'm not a Ryobi fan overall. This is pretty impressive. Both myself and my guys have used this on the job, and the first time anyone's picked this up, they've said, "Wow, that's really cool. It's really comfortable to use. The trigger is easy. The glue flows out." And we don't have to worry about dragging a cord and tripping over a cord, having it fall over into the hot glue like that. Even though it has the battery indicator right on the battery, you have this on-off switch, and when that red light goes out, even when the switch is on, you know you got to change your battery, and that's it, it's dead. But like I said, with multiple batteries, you're not going to have a problem with just normal usage in the field with this thing. I think Ryobi did a good job with it. So I don't know where Ryobi came up with that 3.5 hours of runtime. I'm not sure if that other battery is 3 times this size or not. I believe it was twice the amperage. But what I did do was I put this in here and I turned it on and I just let it sit, and it stayed on for 1 hour without pushing any glue through it. But the moment you start pushing glue through it and those heaters stay active, your actual runtime, my guess, is going to be in the 25-minute range per battery. So I purchased this myself. This is not sponsored by Ryobi. Nobody sent this tool to me. I simply wanted to give an honest review of this for other installers such as myself that might want to use this product for their templating. And I can't believe I'm going to say this, but well done, Ryobi. This is impressive, and I will continue to use it on the job. And I don't have to paint it a different color. I'll just leave it Ryobi. So thanks a lot for watching my unbiased opinion of this tool, and please subscribe to my channel for some tool news that I have coming out and other projects that we're going to be building in the shop. Thanks a lot for watching.